Okay. Well, you know the rules. Robots paint, you guess. I give some clues along the way. We will be doing the top 20 1970s band and duo. Here we go. Their music often evokes wide open spaces and dusty highways. Let's get it on. Formed in London by children of the U.S. Air Force personnel. Now, how about that? Their acoustic sound is often described as folk rock. These are the original folk rock guys. One of their biggest hits involved a journey with no specific destination. A Horse with No Name is their signature hit. Anybody remember who this is? It's the name of a country. Kind of. Kind of. Oh, close. Good guess, King. But this is 1970s, not the 80s. This is America. America. That sound familiar? 1970. The debut album was originally released without A Horse with No Name, but it was added. Very good, Stuart. Stuart had it. He's just got the slow internet. Next up. Hey, Rumus, what's up? Known for lush orchestration and smooth vocal harmonies, their sound was once labeled too soft during the rise of rock. The lead singer's hauntingly beautiful voice masked personal struggles. No, it's not Sonny and Cher. Good guess, though. They sang about rainy days and Mondays. Rainy days and Mondays get me down, or something like that. Rainy days. A sibling duo. Karen and Richard. You know who this is. Come on. Start the alarm clock. Very good, Stuart. Stuart saves the team. This indeed is the Carpenters. Remember, she tragically passed away of eating disorder or something. Anyway, 1969 to 1983, the Carpenters. There you go. Next up. Karen Carpenter is often ranked among the greatest female vocalists of all time. There you go. Next up, number 18. Their music was tailor-made for mere balls and dance floors. They helped shape the Miami disco sound. These guys were the Miami disco sound. They embraced funk, soul, and big band brass. Bunch of guys. They had a big band. Now, picture's kind of small. Well, Earth, Wind, and Fire is a good guess, but I see a white dude. There's one white dude and one Asian dude. So who is this? Don't you recognize the white guy? Their lyrics often encourage you to shake your booty, Shake your booty, shake your booty. I didn't do that very well. How about this? That's the way I like it. Uh-huh, uh-huh. That's the way I like it. Was a chart-topping anthem. No, KC and the Sunshine Band, guys. KC and the Sunshine Band. All right, we're moving on. Should have had that one. These guys began as a gospel group before diving into funk and soul. Their music spanned 5 decades and multiple styles. These guys were around forever. The 3+3 lineup was key to their 70s evolution. Don't know exactly what that means. Well, you kind of had that one late, Stuart, but I guess it's the internet. Temptations is a good guess, Rhombus, but that's not correct. They urged listeners to fight the power. Fight the power. Known for hits like That Lady and their cover of Summer Breeze. Guys were pretty big. Jimi Hendrix once played guitar in their backing band before becoming a legend himself. Just shows you how much these guys were around forever. Forever. This is the Isley Brothers. Does that sound familiar? Isley Brothers. Isley Brothers. They're going to get easier. You know, they're a little more obscure when we get up towards number 20. I think you'll know this duo. Number 16. Their music is often dissected for its complexity and studio perfectionism. Lyrics reference characters, sarcasm, and obscure cultural tidbits. They refused to tour for much of their early career. So yeah, I don't know if you remember that, but when you know these guys, you'll know that they never toured. Never toured. Hey, John and Ono. It kind of looks like John and Ono. But it's two dudes. That's not Ono. It kind of looks like... No. Reeling in the years, and Ricky don't lose that number. So reeling in the year, and Ricky don't lose that number. It's the only one you. I'm so bad at this. Those are fan favorites. How about Donald Fagen and Walter Becker? There you go. Everybody's got it. Stuart, Rhombus, Billy Dan. Billy Dan. The 1977 album Aja is often cited as one of the best produced records in history. Best produced record in history. All right, so I both apologize and am proud of myself for the picture in this next one. This is not the picture you normally would associate with this group. But think 4 people, 1970s, 2 women, 2 men. Okay? Think about that. Their international rise began after winning a European Song Contest. They're usually associated with like blue color. Their music blends melancholy with disco glitter. There, King got it anyway. Hey, Jen. King got it. King knew. They were 2 married couples at first, which I don't know if you guys knew that, but they were both married originally. Swedish icons known for Dancing Queen and Mamma Mia. Dancing Queen and Mamma Mia. I think everybody knows it now, don't they? And it's not the picture you would normally associate with them, right? The one girl has an afro in this picture. ABBA is correct. ABBA, 1972 to 1982. Their name is an acronym formed from the first letters of each member's name. Agnetha, Bjorn, Benny, and Annie. There you go. ABBA. An acronym. Who knew? I actually never knew that. Did you guys know that? All right. These pictures, some of these pictures are making it a little hard, but that's okay. We like it hard because it's otherwise too easy. 1970s bands. These guys crafted the definitive California country rock sound, known for tight vocal harmonies and guitar duels. Their songs often explore themes of disillusionment and fame. One of their albums is among the best-selling of all time. Beach Boys isn't a bad guess. These guys are a little more hardcore than the Beach Boys. And I have seen these guys in concert. They've had a couple different band configurations. They've all had fantastic solo careers. Yeah, Rhombus. Hotel California became an anthem of the 1970s. And so, yeah, this is the Eagles. Eagles. The Greatest Hits 1971 to 1975 album has sold more copies in the US than Thriller. There you go. More copies than Thriller. Speaking of Thriller, there's an extra hint for the next one. Number 13. They began on a Motown label with big smiles and tight choreography. There they are. Their songs were filled with youthful energy and catchy hooks. Their youngest member would become a global megastar. There you go. Everybody's getting this one quick. ABC and I Want You Back were early hits. Michael Jackson's first crew. That's a kind of a giveaway clue. Very good, very good. Let's see. Rumbus had it. First King, Stewart, Jan. Everybody's got it. Jackson 5. Jackson 5. They actually started in 1965. Despite being a family act, they inspired generations of choreographed pop groups. They were one of the first choreographed pop groups. There you go. Jackson 5. They were around 65 to 89, and during the early 70s was kind of their peak. Jackson 5. But you guys got that one too quick. I think you'll get this one pretty quick too. They got their start in high school under the name Tom and Jerry. No, I did not know that. Known for poetic lyrics and hushed harmonies. Hushed harmony. The breakup was almost as legendary as their music. What was that? The Sound of Silence brought them mainstream fame. Correct. I think Stewart might have got that first. Bridge Over Troubled Water became an enduring classic. Looks like them. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, everybody's getting it. Hey, Alex is in the house. Good to see you, Alex. Gang's all here. Yeah, this is Simon and Garfunkel, of course. They actually started all the way back in 1957. You can believe that. Wow. That's amazing. Though they split in 1970, their music remained massively influential throughout the whole decade. They were more popular after they split up. You know, that breakup made all the news. It did too. I even remember that as a kid. All right, number 11. We're getting into the hardcore stuff here now. These folks started as a British blues band before transforming in the US. Internal band drama fueled their most famous album. They had 2 female vocalists and distinct style. There's 2 ladies. It's not Black Sabbath. It's not the Boys. Not the Monkeys. They kind of look like monkeys, but it's not the Monkeys. This is actually a very early picture of the band. Their songs include Dreams and Go Your Own Way. There you go, Stuart. There you go. The album Rumors became a cultural and commercial phenomenon. All right, everybody's getting it now. Fleetwood Mac actually started way back in 1967. The band's peak, of course, was in the mid-1970s. Despite emotional turmoil, they stayed together to complete Rumors album, which sold over 40 million copies. There they are. Fleetwood Mac. Let's get into some hardcore 70s stuff here. Number 10. A volatile mix of egos and harmonies. Now, the picture only depicts 3 of the 4. These 3 were together first, and then the 4th was added. They were known for both protest anthems and intimate ballads. They were formed from members of the Buffalo Springfield, the Byrds, and the Hollies. They all came together. Ohio directly addressed a national tragedy. The ultimate 70s supergroup, 4 iconic singer-songwriters. Robots. CSNY. Bet you never knew what that CSNY standed for, huh? Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. And this picture is kind of cool. So this picture is like on the porch of one of the Laurel Canyon houses. And if you've never watched the documentary on Laurel Canyon, you should do that. Very cool deal about music in the late 60s and early 70s. Very cool. Their initial Woodstock performance was only their 2nd live appearance together. There you go. All right. Somebody wanted a little harder rock. So here we go. Their music was once blamed for corrupting youth. Yeah, no doubt. Originated from industrial Birmingham with dark, sludgy sounds. Cool. Their lyrics referenced war, the occult, and madness. There you go. There you go. Now it's time for the Black Sabbath. You recognize Ozzy? Founders of heavy metal, and they were fronted by Ozzy Osbourne. That's Ozzy kind of in the middle. Do you recognize him yet? A little hard. Iron Butterfly's a good guess. I like that band. They had that one really long song, right? In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida, baby. Wasn't that Iron Butterfly? I think so. Am I wrong on that? In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida, baby. They're not on our list. I don't know why. Black Sabbath, their name came from a horror movie playing across the street from their rehearsal hall. There you go. That's the reason for the name of the band. All right. Now, I've seen this answer on the board earlier. This is another 1970s staple. They blended R&B, funk, jazz, soul, and African rhythm. They were famous for upbeat horns, grooving bass, and high vocals. I can't go that high. Their stage shows featured kalimbas, pyrotechnics, and costumes. There you go. You guys got it. Like Roma said it first. You would have it. It includes September and Boogie Wonderland. I can't sing either one of those. Fire. Wasn't that them? Fire. Oh, that was Ohio Player. Known for spreading joy and spiritual uplift through music. Earth, Wind, and Fire is correct. Founder Maurice White, also a session drummer for Chess Records before starting the group. Little known fact. There you go. Earth, Wind, and Fire is correct. A staple of the 1970s. Next up, number 7. You'll know these guys right away. Started with the Beatles style harmonies in the 1960s. They reinvented themselves into disco icons. Their falsetto vocals became their trademark. Their music dominated Saturday Night Fever. There you go. I think King got it. Known for hits like Staying Alive and Night Fever. Night Fever, Night Fever. You know how to do it. Something like that. The Fiji's. Yeah. I had a buddy that was so into the disco craze, I got drug out there a few times. I did. I wasn't quite as into it as he was. At one point in 1978, they wrote or performed 6 of the top 10 songs on the Billboard Hot 100. Wow. Wrote or performed 6 of the top 10 songs. There you go. Beaches. Staying alive, staying alive. Oh. All right. Oh, man, more up my alley, I think. These guys were the pioneers of Southern rock with twin guitar attacks. I like the way they call that, guitar attacks. They took their name from a high school gym teacher. That's cool. They got that going for them. Their lyrics reflect pride and rebelliousness. Correct. Christopher's in the house. Sweet Home Alabama became an anthem of the South, known for the epic guitar solo in, what was the big hit? The big hit that everybody says that wants a certain song. What's the name of the song? They yell out. There you go, King. I was going to say they yell out, Caged Fox. Caged Fox. No. Free bird. Free bird. Leonard Skinner is correct. Unfortunately, a tragic 1977 plane crash ended the original lineup's run right at their peak. They did come back later and with a different different lineup for sure. Leonard Skinner. They started out the Southern rock thing. All right, number 5. A band we all know and love, making multiple appearances here on Retro Rocket Live, my new brand. Each member wrote a chart-topping song. Bohemian Rhapsody broke all the rules and all the records. Correct. King had it first, I think. Stuart, you're right there. Freddie Mercury's voice and showmanship were unmatched. Yes, indeed. This is the band Queen. They started in 1970 and had a run all the way to 1991 with Freddie Mercury. And I guess they kept going a little bit or came back again later. I'm not sure about that. Their 1985 Live Aid set is still considered one of the greatest live performances in history. Yeah. It's kind of an old picture of them. It's kind of cool. Kind of a cool old picture. Some of these are, I have some really young pictures of some of these, so keep that in mind. I'll let you know. I should have let you know on that one. It was a young picture. We're down to number 4 already. Time flies. All right. These are the top 4 bands of the 1970s. Here we go. They avoided releasing singles in the UK to focus on albums. No single. They combined blues, folk, and hard rock with mysticism. How's that? Here's the giveaway. Guitarist Jimmy Page was known for using a violin bow. Whole Lotta Love and Kashmir are iconic rock staples. There you go. And what was their biggest hit? Who knows their biggest hit? What was their biggest hit? The 1970s. There you guys all got it. Led Zeppelin. I think Christopher had it first. Rhombus Irwin's in the house. Stuart, Mark, how's it going, man? Anyway, yes, Led Zeppelin is, of course, the correct answer. And their biggest hit was Stuart has is Stairway to Heaven. Despite their massive success, they were often snubbed by critics during the peak years. Later on, everybody thought they were great. Yeah, good to see you, Erwin. Good to have you in the house. Number 3. This band began as a psychedelic London underground band. They were known for elaborate concept albums and live visuals. Yes, they were known for both of those things. And they're a band that you don't associate with their individual pictures very much. Their lyrics often explore madness, time, and alienation. You don't associate their faces with the band that much. It's more of a band thing. No, nobody's got it yet. No. Oh, I'm sorry. Erwin did get it. Erwin had it. Erwin has it. Welcome to the game. The Wall introduced another brick in the wall. There you go. Pink Floyd. 1965. Wow, they started way back. I don't think they were big until the end of the 70s, right? The heartbeat at the start of Dark Side of the Moon became a sonic feature for the band. Yeah. I remember like at sleepover slumber parties or parties and things and playing that Iron Butterfly In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida, and then the Pink Floyd album. I remember playing it. Pretty funny. Anyway, okay. This is the picture that is when they're very young. Marketed as the anti-Beatles. Still touring decades later with 4 members. True. Their logo is one of the most iconic in rock history. Recognize them yet? They're very young here. Or what? You're too good. You're too good. 1970s albums include Sticky Fingers and Exile on Main Street. You recognize Mick on the far left there? Looks like a girl. Mick Jagger and Keith Richards became rock archetypes. Yeah, they did. That's perfect. Mick Jagger and Keith Richards became rock archetypes. Very good. The Rolling Stones, of course, is correct. And there they are in a very young state. A very young state. They hold the record for the highest grossing concert tour of all time. There you go. There you go. Wow. So we're down to number 1. And I'll tell you what, even though they broke up in 1970, they still dominated the show. And this is a picture, not when they were young. This band disbanded in 1970. Each member launched solo careers post-breakup. Their final album pushed musical boundaries. Yes, of course. I think Stewart had it first. Songs like Let It Be and Come Together defined 70s pop. Yeah, those were later hits, right? Even in absence, they remained the biggest band on earth. The Beatles, of course, and I have the dates from 1960 to 1970, so they were only around for 10 years. How about that? Their breakup in 1970 sent shockwaves worldwide and fueled fan theories, documentaries, and reunions for decades. Yeah, Yoko, right? Damn Yoko. Damn Yoko. You got to do that, Stuart, with that Floyd on it. You got to have it in early. All right, well, that was fun. Well, fun, right? 1970s. 1970s.